Hiya guys, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench, and here we are now with another kit review for you. And as you probably know by the title what it is, but it's something I just fancied and I saw it on eBay, liked the price and bought it. Now here it is. This is the Airfix 1/144th scale Apollo Saturn V. As you can see, it's sort of done with the box sort of end on, so we'll have to have it sideways like this so we can get it in the camera. Sorry about the light reflecting off it, but I can easily put something under there and then we can have it like that, and then we don't get any reflection because the box is on an angle. So this is the Airfix 144 scale Apollo Saturn V. The reason I've got this is one of my most popular builds ever was the Revell Saturn V. It gets a lot of comments, I get a lot of questions about it. You know, when am I going to do the 96 scale one, and how am I going to do this, and how am I going to do that? And it seems that Apollo has quite a following all over the world. And since doing the Revell one, I've heard that the kit has got many inaccuracies, and I've heard that this is the most accurate kit form of a Saturn V there is. Now, there's another one I've ordered as well, but I'm not going to talk about that at the moment. But basically, this is apparently the most accurate kit form Saturn V in this scale, or I believe in any scale. Now, not to be confused with the older kits, this is the 2019 release. It's the right kit number. I think this must be the earlier release because it's got the right kit number on here. Okay. But this is the 50th anniversary, and I think the 50th anniversary one had 50th anniversary written on the box. But basically in 2009 they made some big changes to the kit. Now the initial release had the wrong command module, and all this was undersized. This end of the rocket here was all small and undersized, so they made some lovely changes. So now we've got the correct size here on the tapered area where the lunar module goes. We've got the correct size and the correct markings on the command service module. We've got the correct BPC, which is the protective cover over the actual command module, over the actual whatever it's called, command module. This is the service module, that's the command module, isn't it? So yeah, so it's all good now. It's all like nice and accurate and everything's cool. So that's good to know. We still haven't got the bags on the exhaust there on the F1 engines, but hey, I like the look of them without it anyway. And another thing to look out for on here is the painting guide is inaccurate. If you look here, it's telling you here to paint the black up over that ribbed area there, but in reality it's like this. It doesn't have the black paint doesn't go up on that ribbed area. So I think the instructions and certainly the box front here is showing you it wrong. That is correct. So there's also issues with the Revell colour schemes, aren't there? So quick look around the box. Basically on here there's nothing much to see. You just got the artwork on the side there. On the end it's just you can see here it's just the same again. Really up close to the camera because it's a long box. Here we've got some warnings and stuff all about the model, and over here we've got Hornby Hobbies. I can't see a date on here. 1970. Decal schemes of pack design 2009. So this is obviously the 2009 edition. That's fine, it's the same kit, and we've got here cartograph decals, so we're going to be good about that. So I've never understood with Airfix, they put this tiny little logo here down in the corner. Like a lot of manufacturers, even Tamiya, if they've got cartograph decals, they really make a hullabaloola about it. Now, I haven't looked in the box. I have removed the tape because there was 4 big pieces of tape on here. I haven't looked inside, so we can have a look at this freshly together. So here we are with typical Airfix style. One big bag of plastic, all rattling around, all getting damaged and knocking around into each other. So that's pretty cool. So we've got one big bag there, so we'll put that to one side. And then we've got our instructions here, and nice sturdy box to be fair to Airfix. Nice solid box there, so it's not going to get crushed and damaged. So here we are, this is our instructions. So these are our instructions, should I say. Decal sheet in there, so we'll put that to one side. So basically, older style Airfix instructions, because this is the 2009 release. I'm guessing the 2019 will have the instructions like you get with the Vulcan and everything, where you've got the red bits where you just did it and everything, but not really worried about it. It's a very simple kit anyway. Originally done in 1970, so what is it now? It's 51 years old. It's a very old model, but as I say, it's been updated in 2009, so that's all good. And you've got the cartograph decals, so it's going to be all good. So going into here, we've got our health and safety here, telling us to study the drawings. We've got our logo, our symbols here calling out. As you can see, you've got like the triangle here, which is the assembly stage. And you've got your black square there, which is do not cement. Your white circle there, which is cement. So they're basically telling you here to cement that into that and blah, blah, blah. And there you go, putting all the bottom of the stage 1 in. Then we're adding in the F1 engines, putting in the stage 1 together with the cap on the top. And then we're going to build that screen around there. I'm surprised it's telling you to glue that. I would think you don't cement that on there because it looks like it's got like a bayonet system on there. Then we're going to build up the stage 2 with the tapered nose up on here. Again, we've got the cap on there. We've got the J2 engines, I think. They are a lot better than the Revell ones by the look of things, so they look nice. This kit I will build out of the box. I won't be modifying it. I will do some little sort of modelling quirks to make it better, but I'm not going to start buying aftermarket and stuff for it. I'm not really worried about the accuracy that much. So it's telling us here, do not cement that to that. So that stage, well, you'll be careful when you're talking about Apollo. That's part 4 of the instructions, not stage 4. So there we go, we're adding on stage 3, which is the S4B. So we've got the I think that's 1 J2 engine on there. So that's nice, the lunar module is going to set up in there. And then we're building up the lunar module. We've got some nice gold foil here for that, wherever it is, here we go. So when it comes to Easter, go and get some Easter eggs, and you get the foil that the Easter eggs are wrapped in, and it's perfect for wrapping around there to replicate your foil, which is a nice touch. And then we've got the front of the stage 4 there going on, which has got the lunar module cone, and then we've got the service module there going in there. So that's all nice. It's telling us to paint it and everything. We've got our little rocket boosters on there, which is a nice touch. You've got the exhaust going on there. And then 3 men going into the command service, or to the command module, okay, and then you've got the launch escape system, LES, on the top there. So here it's telling us what they all are, all the stages going down. And again here you've got your painting instructions are wrong, telling you to go up there. Again, they're wrong here. So be very, very careful. Be mindful that a lot of this could be incorrect. I think on the Revell they've got something wrong here as well. So best thing to do is just look at your reference photos and go from there and make sure that what you're building is what you want to see. The pictures you've got are what you're building, because this is definitely incorrect. That is definitely incorrect. The rest of it may be brilliant, but that bit is incorrect. So there we go. And also be very careful. I have seen a couple of photos of Saturn V's that have actually been taken in reverse, or they've been published on the internet in reverse. So obviously then what happens, the black swaps over with the white. So you'll end up, I almost got caught out with that on the Revell when I did. But if you haven't seen that Revell build, go and have a look. It's I don't know, 6, 7, 8 parts, I don't know, and went right through it and showed you how to get the cone, the tubes to line up and get a nice join and everything. So if you are concerned about doing big joins and big long fuselages and stuff like that, go and have a look. I'll tell you all about how I do it on there. So unless that's a clear part, which I don't think it is, I don't really see the point in having our 3 astronauts in there, but maybe there's an open window or something, so we shall see. And then we've got our decal placements here calling it. Looks like we've got lots of little decals and stuff to go on, which is nice. And then here we've got the stand, so you're just going to add this circle into the middle. You've got a decal going on the front there, and then you're going to drop the finished rocket on there. And you've got a spare space here for modeller's notes. I don't know what you're going to put in there. Tea at 7 tomorrow. So basically here we've got the decal sheet. So again, as I say, cartograph, very, very nice indeed. So you can see there, very thin, slight sheen to them. Got carrier film down there between the USA. And yeah, very nice indeed. So all in all, out of the box, it should build into a lovely looking little model. Not so little, it's quite tall. But if you're not a Saturn V geek, then I'm sure it's going to be perfectly accurate enough for what you want. I mean, it's going to be unmistakably Saturn V. You know, no one's going to mistake it for a B-17, are they? So there we go. So let's see if we can get all this out of here, and we'll have a look at all the individual bits. We've got a bag there. Make sure there's nothing loose in the bag. I'm going to fold the bag up and put it with the box just in case. So we've got some loose parts here which have come off the sprues. We'll put those over there. So we've got a sprue there. Got a sprue there. As you can see, this is the problem with putting everything in one bag, Airfix. You end up just ruining everything. Look at it all. It's just unbelievable what they've done by their bloody awful packaging. Right, so there we go. So starting off here, we've got our base. Looks like this is our service module. And then we've got the cone here where the lunar module is going to sit in, and that's the lower half of the cone. So it looks like this is their updated sprue, and I would imagine that's the BPC that comes out of there, I would imagine. So that's basically where we're going with that. So this is all the modified sprue from 2009 onwards, and as you can tell, it's the modern type sprue where it's got a complete frame around all the parts, whereas you've got your older type sprues like these where you have all these legs just sticking out, very much like the old AMT kits of old. Okay, so there we go. So that's all very nice, and it looks like the actual moulding on there is for a block 2, not a block 1 command module. I can't remember. I don't count on me on that, but I think I'm right in saying it's the correct, because all the radiator grilling was different on the command 1 was on, or the block 1 was on Apollo 1, which I believe unfortunately the astronauts died in, and then they changed it to a block 2 after that, on the manned flights anyway, and you can tell the difference. All the radiator grilling and the shapes of the doors and everything here is all different, so that's the difference there. And then we've got our BPC here, and that's basically going to sit, the LES is going to sit on there, and that will be blasted away during the launch. And it's basically on there so that you have the rocket motor sat on here on the little framework sitting up there, and that was strong enough if there was an issue with the initial launch, that could blast off and pull the guys away from the imploding fire or whatever. So impending fire, should I say. The loose bits over there. So here we've got all our engines. So these are F1 engines, which are lovely. As I say, it's not correct. They should have all the blankets over them, so they should just look like a big bag, really. But I like to see all this ribbing and stuff, and it's good. I can show you when I put these together how I do the joins and how I make them seamless and everything. Get some nice metal paints on there and have them looking lovely. And then we've got the this is one of the J2 engines, I'm guessing, or one. This is 2 of the J2 engines going to be for stage 2 and stage 3, and then I think there's another different engine in the back of the command module. I can't remember which one that is. But there we go. So that's that, and that's our stage 3 there, I think, by the look of it. Or is that the S4B? That's the S4B, isn't it? So yeah, all very nice. The one thing I don't like about this, I'm just noticing, which they've done. Yeah, they've done it here as well. You can see this ribbing goes around. It's obviously circular, so when you look at it end on, it obviously forms a full circle. But you can see that what they've done, because it's an old kit and didn't have slide molding, it's molded like this. Okay, so you've got a lower half and a top half. Okay, and that's the only axis they've got is that way. Okay, so if you imagine this ribbing comes around the side here, obviously it wouldn't pop out of the tool, or they'd have to put no ribbing there. So what they've done, if you look here, they've actually made it raise. So you can see there, it comes, instead of carrying on round, it comes around. So when you put these 2 parts together, luckily we've got them both broken off the sprue here, and they've actually done here what I did on the Revell kit of these tabs, but we're probably going to need more because it's probably not going to go together very well. Get some mismatch. But basically what you're going to see when you look at it end on, you can see you've got this raised area here. You can see instead of it just coming around and carrying on with the circle, it's got this raised area. So what I'll be doing is scribing into those grooves and then sanding it away, and then scribe it and then sand it away. And it's what I call pre-scribing. It's basically so you don't have to line it up and everything afterwards. You just come along with a scriber. Let's just use my simple Tamiya scriber. So you can just come along with the scriber, follow in the groove like that, and you can scribe it out deeper, and then you can sand that around and get a nice looking finish on there. But you can see we're going to have to do some of our tab work on this as well, because we don't want to end up with a load of mismatch. But that's going to be our stage 2 there. Okay, so all very good. Okay, so you can see that's going to go on top of there. That's going to sit on top of there, and you can see you end up with quite a big old thing at the end of the day, which is very nice indeed. So here we've got part of our stage 1, which is loose. So again, we've got this raised area here. And then here we've got the cap that's going to go in the top of our stage 2 by the look of things. We're in the top of stage 3, I'm not sure. There's the back end of our stage 2. So that's where our 5 J2 engines are going to sit. And it looks like we've got the exhaust there for the command service module. And it looks like that is the base that goes into the base, and that lines up so you can locate it on the stand if you wish to use it. And we've got some more of our J2 engines there. So that's all much nicer than the Revell kit, which is quite horrible in that area. Loose parts, what have we got here? We've got a sprue here, or loose parts. There's our lunar module. Unfortunately, you can't take those two apart, so you can't play moon landings. But basically, we're gonna have separate legs and that, which are gonna look cool. So yeah, you've got the landing part of the lunar module and the ascent part. So you've got the descent stage and the ascent stage. So obviously, this part here is all covered in gold foil, and then this part here, when it lands, it uses this to land, and then when it launches to go back up to the to meet the command module, then that actually leaves this part on the moon. So there's still a few of them sat on the moon if you want to go and have a look and find them. So there we are. So that's the other side of the stage 1, and we've got some tops of our tanks there, and then we've got the fins here that are going to go on the bottom, and then that's the baffle plate that goes in between the engines on the back of the stage 2. Here we've got another sprue here with lots of bits and pieces. This is going to be one of our intersections there. Obviously this is the bottom end. You can see it's nice and flashy, and the ribs are a bit simple, but hey ho, it's going to look like a Saturn V. Here we've got the legs for the lunar module, and you can see one's got the ladder on. That's all very nice indeed. We've got our little tiny rocket motors, which for a 1970 kit are very, very fine indeed. We've got the little rocket motors there, which are going to go on the CSM. And then we've got the little bits and pieces for our, can't recall them now, but they actually blast off to blow the stages apart when they separate. Not quite sure what those bits there are. We've got some more tiny little bits here. And this is our LES, this is our launch escape system. Looks like I might have a bit of a short shot there. But, or have I? I'm not sure. Maybe I haven't. But basically there's 2 halves there going to go together, and that's going to sit up on top. If you want to make it more accurate, there's actually some rocket motors that come out the side. We've also got some sink marks in there from having these big pins here. We've got a big pin there underneath my finger. Very difficult to show you because it's all in white plastic, obviously. But there's a sink mark in the back there which has to be dealt with. So that's something else we'll be doing. This is the bottom. This is where the F1 engines go, and that's going to sit up inside there. We've got a bit of detail now. You're never going to really see it unless you turn it upside down and have a look. But you've got these square panels in here. We've got a bit of a sink mark in there, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. So there we are. So that's that part. So that's all the sprues. And then we've got some loose parts here. So we've got part of a J2 engine there. We've got an end tank. We've got a BPC there. We've got another J2 engine there. That's going to be... Now that is the old command module. I'm assuming we'll have another one in there, so we'll have a look in a minute. So that's the that's going to be another one of our separator rings. That's the back end of the S4B. Another fin here, and then we've got 3 astronauts in their seats that can go inside the command module. So that's there, that's there, that's there. Where was that first sprue? So I'm just thinking here. So I'm guessing that they don't actually give us, the instructions again, I'm guessing they don't actually give us a command module. Yes they do. Have I got a part missing from this kit? I'll just turn the camera off and have a look, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've had the explanation. So this is part 75. Okay, this is the command module. This is part 73, the base of the command module, the heat shield. Now, if you look on this sprue over here, we have got the revised top of the service module. That's going to sit in there. And as you can see, that is like a prick in the top hat. It's just ridiculous. So... It looks pathetic. So you've got your BBC going over it like that. Okay, so it's absolutely fine. If you're going to just display the model as a built model, fine, it's going to look absolutely fine, because you've got the actual service module there, and you can see that when the BPC goes on top, you can see that it absolutely looks fine. But you've got this, if you're going to display it without the LES, then that's what it's going to look like, which is not very accurate, is it? It's pathetic. So it's a half done job. I thought it was going to be better than that. So I'm going to have a look and see if I can make something. I can get on the lathe and turn something up and then machine these little slots in it, I guess, and just try and make something that looks more like it, something that fills that up. I mean, if you look at it, when you put the command module in the BPC, you can see it's got loads and loads of play in it. So pretty poo. So the Revell kit is a lot better in that respect. Might even be worth buying a Revell kit, take a mold of it and then send the Revell kit back. But because I think the command module in the Revell kit is the right shape. Anyway, so that's that. So all in all, yeah, not very happy with that actually. It's a bit crap that they went to all the trouble of making a bigger command module, a bigger service module, bigger BPC, and then just left that old part in there obviously from the old kit. So anyway, that's been a quick review of this kit. I will be building it. I'll probably do it as a little Christmassy thing, because it's not going to take very long to build, and no doubt some of the younger viewers out there are going to get one for Christmas, so they'll probably like to watch a video on how it all goes together. But we've also got these raised panelings here, which we might actually get rid of and scribe new ones in. We shall see. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you all soon. Have a good one. Bye for now.